Hi there, I'm Brandon Martinez, Supervisor of the Association Patrol here at the Grand. Earlier this week, we shared the good news that two suspects have been arrested in connection to a series of thefts from garages and vehicles within residential areas. Today, I'm pleased to sit down with Mark Ortega of the Surprise Police Department to talk more about this topic as part of this special episode of On Patrol. Hi, Mark. Thank you for being here today. To start out, can you tell our residents a little bit about yourself and your position with the Surprise Police Department?
Well, thanks for having me, Brandon. I've been with the Surprise Police Department for over 26 years, and I've served a role in almost every aspect that we have there, from patrol to special assignments unit, investigations, and crime prevention, community relations. And currently I'm assigned to the Community Relations Division working with crime prevention.
As I mentioned earlier, there were some arrests recently made for crimes that took place in the community. For those who haven't read the news stories, what are the highlights they should know?
First of all, these were nonviolent crimes. So we understand there's perception out there, and the word gets around and people get on social media and things kind of explode a little bit. So we're kind of reeling that back in. People understand that these were crimes of opportunity. These were thefts of personal property. It all came from open garages. It came from unlocked vehicles. This is the majority of the crimes that were committed. Now, in some of these cases, they came across garage door openers that were readily available. And once they were able to push that garage door opener, they took whatever they could immediately that was sitting right by the front of that garage. They didn't go into the homes of anybody that was there. There was no home invasions or anything like that. It was just taking things and then running off. This goes on all over the city of Surprise and the state of Arizona. It's a very easy crime of opportunity, and what happened with these gentlemen is, unfortunately, they had a lot of success here in the Grand. They found a lot of easy targets, a lot of vehicles that were left unlocked, and a lot of garage doors that were visibly available on vehicles hanging on the sun visors and golf carts and what have you. They saw it as easy pickings to just keep coming back here over and over again, rather than take chances somewhere else where they might get, caught or things were locked away or secured.
So, Mark, how did the Surprise Police connect these two suspects to multiple crimes?
First of all, the crimes were reported, and that's the most important thing. Like I said, these were easy crimes of opportunity, and a lot of times somebody goes to their car and realizes somebody's rifled through my car. They find the center console open, or some money they knew they had in a cup holder's gone, and they think nothing of it and say, oh, well, I only lost a couple dollars. It's important to report those things, because this sets a time, a date, a pattern that we then use any readily available technologies. Like in this case, we used a license plate reader that was able to give us a license plate of these suspects. And then after that, we could use other warrants and technologies and stuff to pin them down in the area. But it all starts with reporting the crime, no matter how small you think it is.
And it all goes back to that: if you see something, say something.
Absolutely.
Because I've heard that some statistics list that there are 30% of crimes in the United States go unreported.
They absolutely do. And I've often been asked over, my career, is there such a thing as a perfect crime? And I have to tell people, yes, there is. The unreported crime.
Well, I have a few questions that we've gathered from residents writing into leadership at the Grand. One of them is, some residents were alarmed that they didn't know about these crimes earlier. And what details do you typically share about situations like this one?
Well, when we're in the middle of an investigation, we're not going to put anything out there too readily. You have to understand, we want to catch these people, but it doesn't end there. After the investigation is complete, we've made the arrest, there still has to be adjudication. They have to go to court. We have to make sure that we have a solid case that prosecutors can put together and not leave any loopholes or wiggle room for somebody to get out.
Are there other active crime trends occurring at the Grand or in Surprise that residents need to be aware of?
Not any trends per se, other than the fact that these people who go around looking for these crimes of opportunity, we call them car hoppers. They're in every neighborhood every night. A lot of them are homegrown to that neighborhood in places that aren't age restricted like Grand. It's kind of tough. It's a tough one for us because they just go out, they're checking car doors. If the car door's unlocked, they'll take anything that's in there. Unfortunately, that's the way a lot of these guys get guns today. People leave them under the seats of their cars. A neighborhood is only as safe as the person who lives in it. If they understand their role and the responsibility of this, we can have absolutely some of the safest neighborhoods in all of Arizona.
What can residents do to protect themselves?
Well, first of all, if you can get your car in the garage, do so, or your golf cart. If you have to leave a vehicle out on the driveway, make sure that it's secured. Make sure there's no valuables that are in sight. Garage door clickers, make sure they're either put away or integrated into your vehicle system. Also, if you have the opportunity to lock your garage doors, I know a lot of garage doors will lock. If you can, lock them. Or if you're going to be away, disable the electronic function on it in case they do get hold of your clicker. But number one is just out of sight is out of mind. Make sure everything's secured and that it's not an easy crime of opportunity for somebody that's just going to come up and open a garage door or open a handle on a car.
So who should someone contact if they notice suspicious activity or want to report a crime?
If you see a crime that's actually being committed in front of you, you need to dial 911 immediately. If it's information you have afterwards, it's always 623-222-4000. That's the police non-emergency number.
There's also a few ways that residents can get help here at the Grand. Residents can always contact the Association Patrol to ask questions or report suspicious activities around the common areas. You can reach the Association Patrol 24/7 number at 623-764-0809. To help our neighborhoods stay safe, residents can volunteer with our CHAPS team or request services from CHAPS. They offer evening patrols to report on unusual activity. They also notify residents if garages are left open. CHAPS also provides a vacation watch while residents are away from their homes. So what is the best way to stay informed of neighborhood crime?
If you want to look at the crime in your general area, you can go to communitycrimemaps.com and you just type that in there. Now, I have been told it does work a lot better from a computer than it does on your phone. But if you go in there, you can type in your address and you can put in a date range and you can put in how big of an area around you want to know, and it'll keep you updated on everything that's happening. If you sign up and get on our Surprise Facebook page and sign up for news bulletins and updates, so you can stay up to date with everything that's happening in Surprise and with the Surprise Police Department.
And here at the Grand, there are several ways we work to keep our residents safe, including neighborhood reps, which will oftentimes send safety reminders to residents in their area. And we have safety tips on Grand channels, including the news of the day, social media, on our blog, and in our Grand Lifestyles magazine. Well, thank you, Mark. I appreciate your time today. We appreciate our partnership with the Surprise Police, and we want to keep our community safe. I'm Brandon Martinez, supervisor of the Association Patrol here at the Grand, and like the Surprise Police, we are always on patrol.